What we're going to talk about now is putting together your first set. Now, some of you have already written a bunch of jokes, maybe even rehearsed them. Some of you are just now getting to this video thinking, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about when I go on stage for the first time. For the people who have never thought about what they want to talk about when they go on stage, I say this. I want you to take 3 to 5 topics or situations that you think would help introduce the audience as to who you are and what you are about. Who you are and what you are about. Your first set should introduce that, because then you've introduced yourself to the audience. Then everything else you talk about is much more relevant. People want to know who you are and what you're about. If they vibe with that, then they'll want to hear your opinion on politics or culture or race or some of the deeper topics that more advanced comics can master, which are probably not that great for first timers. When you're starting off, focus on yourself, who you are, what you're about. Start to point your voice in a direction, your perspective in a direction. So if you have nothing, 3 to 5 topics, and that should usually get out to about 5 minutes. When you're writing for these, try and do it in a way that feels most naturally funny to you, because you want it to do it in your perspective. You might get the laugh through an impression. You might get the laugh through a facial expression. You might get the laugh through a pose. You might get the laugh through a dance. The laugh can come from a lot of different places, but I want your perspective to be clean. As an example to help you understand premises versus punchlines in a very broad scope, I'm going to use a bit I just taped for my Punchline Posse series where I'm talking about being 8% gay. The premise, the concept, the opinion I'm giving, my perspective is that all men are a certain percentage homosexual. That is it. All men are a certain percent homosexual. That's my premise. That's my opinion. That's my perspective. Now, I'm going to tell the jokes. The jokes come from asking questions, from giving information. So when you find yourself with a premise you want to attack, but there's no punchline, as in something that makes people laugh, you need to ask questions and answer them. You don't necessarily ask the questions verbally, but you ask yourself the question in order to find the punchline. So like my first question would be, I identify myself as 8% gay. The first question would be, what is 8% gay? I provide information. I ask a question about it. Then I define it. That provides the punchline. A lot jokes come from information. And sometimes we give false information. Sometimes we give exaggerated information. Sometimes the correct information is the funniest punchline. Ask a question, answer it, give your opinion. I think all men are a certain percent homosexual. I'm very comfortable with my percentage. I am 8% gay. What does that mean for scale? I know all of George Michael's music. His face is currently the cover photo on my Facebook page. In general, I just like some fruity shit from time to time. That's 8%. You don't start touching D's till 25%. So I got like a decent grace period. What about you, pretty boy? What percent are you? 0%! Ah, I love the 0%ers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very clear clause in this rule book. If you say 0%, you are automatically 30% gay, bro. Nobody's 0%.
You're hella closeting some shit, dude. You look like the dude that arrested Van Damme and Lionheart, so I'm not gonna fuck with you that bad. But real talk, 0% is suspect, bro. You're probably nasty gay, bro. You probably do real gross shit. That shit I see on YouPorn. Yo, I don't want to suck your dick, bro. I just want to taste my wife. You shouldn't have said 0%. That was a bad idea, man. Normally fools play it wrong and they'll hit me with like a 9 or an 11. Some dudes will be dangerous and hit me with like a 19. Let's play games. And then we talk shit on a fictional 0%er. What are the chances of fucking 0%er on my tape, man? Ouch, dude. Don't do anything violent, bro. I know where all the exits are in this joint. I play here every weekend. If I can't make it to an exit, I know how cheap they built this wall. I'll bust through that motherfucker. Be ghost. Trucking down Claremont Mesa to the bus stop, dude. Getting shot at by the dude from Lionheart. That's gangster.
One of the most important things when writing a joke is cutting the fat. That means don't talk about the joke you're about to tell. Tell the joke. A lot of people fill dead space by just rambling, kind of letting all their thoughts come out, which is a stream of consciousness style comedy is attainable, but usually at the master level. It's kind of like Kabbalah. Kabbalah is supposed to be for very, very accomplished rabbis to take it to the super next level of doing acid and studying Jewish mysticism. It's not something that's supposed to be taught to Madonna for $50,000. So you don't want to kind of jump to stream of consciousness. Pick your words carefully. Premise, punchline. Premise, ask a question, answer it. Concept, ask a question, answer it. The less, the better. If you watch your favorite comics do stand-up, you'll notice how careful they are with their words. Less is more. You'd rather they be laughing than you be talking. That's kind of the point. We're doing it for them, not for us to just hear ourselves speak. We can do that in the bathroom. So think about that when you're writing before you get on stage for the first time, and you'll see that as we progress with these videos, and you are actually hitting some mics, which I recommend you do. Watch a video and then go somewhere and hit a mic. I don't care if it's a coffee shop and you're going in between a juggler and somebody, playing bad acoustic guitar and a poet. Just get on a stage with a microphone in front of people in between every video you watch of this class, and you will continue to progress, I assure you.